2020, the industry news was dominated by either the temporary closures of factories due to the lockdown or booming sales. What was the real impact on the market? The official statistics on e-bike and bicycle imports in the European Union are now available. What happened really in Europe's markets last year, and what can we expect in the months to come? Taiwan has strengthened its market position as e-bike supplier for the European market, and that was to be expected. Looking at the EU import statistics, this country increased its market share from 46% in 2019 to 51% last year. After years of decline, export from Taiwan really took off once their industry shifted their focus on e-bike production. And that was only a few years ago. The chairman of the Taiwan Bicycle Association, Michael Chang, indicated in autumn 2019 that the transformation of his industry was in full swing. According to Chang, traditional bicycles are becoming e-bikes, and that requires an all-new approach to production, distribution and marketing. Our industry is now fully focused on e-bike engineering. The figures clearly showed the impact of this new strategy. Between January and November last year, the e-bike export increased by more than 21%. Taiwan shipped 450,000 e-bikes to the EU last year. In 2019, that were 342,000 units. Also, Vietnam and Turkey, ranking second and fourth, have generated a more than double-digit export increase to the European Union. China lost another 20% of its export volume and shipped just over 73,000 e-bikes to the EU. Despite more and more e-bikes are made in Europe, the total import increased to almost 10%, to 810,000 units. The value increased by more than 14% to 695 million euros. Production in Europe is on the rise. Investments in new production locations were even stepped up last year, both in assembly and component production, like the new factories of Decathlon, KTM, Buchel, Cycling Sports Group, Rodi, Hermans Bike Components and Baltic Virus. A growing number of bicycle assemblers in Europe switched their production to e-bikes. 2020 marked the start of the revival of cycling as a mobility solution in many countries. The German market has probably exceeded the 5 million unit mark, and multiple reports indicate a market expansion of more than 30% in the Netherlands. The recently published European Mobility Atlas reports that the industry has a huge potential as the mobility landscape shifts to more sustainable forms of transportation. According to this study, the European e-bike market is expected to grow from 3.4 million units in 2019 to 13.5 million units in 2030. Do you want to stay informed on the latest market statistics? Subscribe to Bike Europe for full access to all our reports. And I hope to meet you all online at Taipei Cycle Online, which takes place from 3 till 31st of March.